Hey, welcome back to the Keep It Bright podcast. So this episode is going to be a little bit different to the ones that I've made before. I thought I'd just share some feel-good recommendations with you. So just some things that have been making me feel good recently. It's a combination of things I've been doing, listening to, watching, using, all kinds of bits. And I just thought I'd recommend them since they've been making me feel good and helping lift my mood. And I thought they might even just remind you of some things that make you feel good, or that you used to do that made you feel good that maybe you haven't done for a while, or might just give you a few reminders and tips for things that you could start implementing back into your days to make you feel good as well. So I just thought it would be a wholesome little episode. I want to start with something that always fills my heart, and it's just the most wholesome thing, in my opinion, which is watching a series called Queer Eye on Netflix. So it's my favourite programme of all time. I love it so much. I think there's like maybe 8 series now. There's a lot of series of them, but it's just not enough, honestly. The only bad thing about Queer Eye is that there's just not more of it, and there is loads. I've just watched it all so many times, and it's just my go-to heartwarming, wholesome, favourite thing to watch. If you're not familiar with Queer Eye, it's 5 guys, and each one covers, basically it's a life makeover show. So there's a hero, a person they've chosen every week, and the 5 guys all cover different facets of life stuff. So there's one who specialises in cooking, one in fashion, one in grooming, self-care and hair and stuff. There's one that specialises in interiors, and one who specialises in kind of mindset and mental health stuff, and all together they're just a team of amazing people. Okay, I messed up there. I said 5 guys. I think Jonathan Van Ness is non-binary, I believe. So 5 people. Apologies. But yeah, these 5 amazing people who just absolutely light up my mood. Like, when you watch it, you just wish they were your friends. They feel like they are your friends. You'll fall in love with all of them. And yeah, they're just incredible. I love them. I love what they do, and it's just so heartwarming watching someone's life just be transformed, and the confidence and injecting that bit of fun into their lives. It's just so great. I love it so much. So that's definitely my favourite wholesome watch. Would definitely recommend that. And something else I've been watching recently that I really love, maybe not for everybody, but it's called Your Home Made Perfect. It's on Netflix and also on BBC iPlayer. And it's a home makeover show, but the difference with it is that it's people who've got a home and they've got a budget. Then 2 designers create a virtual version of their home, a virtual reimagining of what their home could look like for the budget. The reason I'm even mentioning this one is because it made me kind of dream a lot bigger with what I thought was possible. It's really creative and cool. I love watching it, and I've watched all of that now too. It's only, I think, 3 seasons, but it's just another fun watch that I've been really just enjoying watching. It's just quite relaxing, and I love seeing the makeover in the end, and it kind of just pushed the boundaries of what I thought homes could be like. So I thought that was a fun thing to watch and really enjoyed that. Something else I would recommend is making a feel-good music playlist. So I think this really helps on days when you want your mood to be better or lifted, but then you can't think of what songs to put on because you're not in the mood for them, if that makes sense. Because when you're in a low mood, it's easy to then just put on songs that fit that mood, whereas music really does have the power to lift your mood. So creating a specific good mood playlist or a feel good playlist on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you make your playlist, YouTube even, is so helpful, because then when you're not feeling great but you know you want to lift your mood, you can just chuck that on, and past you has done future you a favour by already putting together that playlist. 2 songs that I'm really loving and put me in a good mood at the moment are Thames and Wizkid Essence. Fucking love that song. It's just always on repeat because it just gives me just summery feel good vibes. And I love I Am Woman by Emmy Melly. It's just such a good like affirmation hype song, like I love it. So those are my two feel good fave songs at the moment. But obviously everyone's music taste is different and your playlists are going to look different, so just make one for you. Or you could always chuck on a pre-made one on Spotify or YouTube or wherever as well. I'm sure there's plenty of pre-made ones, but making one for yourself is kind of like the equivalent of making yourself like a mixtape or something. It's a little love letter from past you to future you who needs it. So would definitely recommend taking a little bit of time when you're in a good mood to put together a playlist like that for yourself. Something I've been using that's been making me feel really good is these coffee scrubs by the brand Coffee Scrub. I was gifted a few of them last year and I've now become friends with the person who gifted them me. She's called Hannah and Coffee Scrub is her brand. I'll leave a link in the show notes with everything else. And she gifted them to me last year. She's one of my customers and has been for years. And then we became friends online, like we talk all the time, but I still hadn't used the scrubs because it had said on them that you need like 5 to 10 minutes to like leave it on while you have a shower. And I don't always have the luxury of having like long showers, so I just hadn't got around to using them, even though I'd been intending to. Oh my God, the other day I used it for the first time and wow, I'm literally going to be using them every single time I shower now, because I've been using them this week every time I've had a shower and wow, it's just been incredible. Absolutely obsessed. Like, I don't really give many product recommendations out because even when it comes to skincare and stuff, I try different things. I'm not, some expert at skincare or beauty or things like that, but this just made me feel good, like it really did. You might have seen me post about it on my story because I was just shocked. I didn't think using a shower scrub was going to affect my mood so much, but it really did. The scents are just amazing. So it's all like natural, vegan. Hannah makes it herself, and the ones that I've used so far are the orange scrub and the cinnamon scrub, and honestly, it just smelled divine. It just lifted my mood so much using it because it smelled just gorgeous. Like, it smelled edible. Absolutely amazing. The orange one smells like chocolate orange. I love like orange chocolate, and it was just, amazing. And the cinnamon one actually smelled like cinnamon hot chocolate. Oh, such a mood lift in the morning to smell those kind of smells. And then obviously taking the time, like a little bit of self-care, to actually use a scrub. And when I spoke to Hannah about what had put me off using them because I didn't have the time, she said, oh no, you don't have to use them for that long. You can just have a quick shower with it. It's just, obviously, the longer you leave it on, the more your skin's going to benefit from those things being on your skin, and it feels more luxurious to have a proper leave it on moment. But yeah, totally fine for just normal use. And wow, yeah, absolutely obsessed. I'm using what I've got now, and then I'm definitely buying more. This isn't sponsored or anything. I'm not going to be doing anything like that on the podcast. This is just something that I can't believe how much it made me feel better. And then my skin was just so soft and smooth afterwards. I couldn't believe the difference it made. I've used scrubs before, but nothing like this. So have to shout that out. It's Coffee Scrub on Instagram. I guess scent really can lift your mood. Another scent thing is I would recommend finding a perfume type scent that you love. So I've never really been able to just buy perfumes for myself until a couple of years ago. I just couldn't justify the money, and I still haven't actually, I don't think, bought myself any expensive perfumes. I would normally just get that as a present, and in the past, whenever I've had scents, it's been just stuff people have chosen for me as presents, and I hadn't ever taken the time out to actually choose like my own perfume properly. And then last year, it was during the pandemic, so couldn't go into any shops and actually smell stuff, so I'd ordered some samples, and I was like, I want to find a scent that feels like my scent, that feels like what I want to smell like, because my partner, he really is big on like fragrance and scent, and he always smells great, and I was just wearing random perfumes but hadn't found one that really felt like me. So last year I'd ordered some samples and I'd found one I really liked, and that was like such a nice little thing to do, was just like to take the time to find one that like I really liked, and then I asked for that next time I had like a birthday or Christmas or whatever coming up, and that was great. But then I found out that one wasn't actually very long lasting. I couldn't smell it after a little bit of time. If anyone's interested which one it is, Michael Kors Wonderlust Sublime was the one that I really liked, but it just wasn't very long lasting, even though I love the smell. So then literally just last week, I was thinking about, like, because I was running out of that one, I was thinking, well, I want to get one that, you know, is a bit longer lasting and smells good. So now that things are open again, we actually just went and made a little kind of date of just trying on smelling loads of samples, and it was really nice to just take some time to do that and to find a scent I really liked, and found one that I really love. Found a couple actually that I really love, which was nice because now I've been wearing them every day, and it's just, yeah, puts you in a good mood to smell something nice. The one that I really, really liked was Carolina Herrera, Good Girl, which it makes me feel really good, quite sexy, and it's not something I'm gonna be buying. I don't really like to spend money on perfume personally, but it's something that I never really know what to tell people when they ask me what I want for my birthday or for Christmas and things like that. So at least it's something I could get with a voucher, or I could ask for. Yeah, that's something to bear in mind, that having like a scent that makes you feel good can really lift your mood as well. Something else I did recently that made me feel good was I had a big wardrobe clear out, and I do these all the time, to be honest, because I really like clothes, I like fashion. I love having options and being able to dress in whatever style I want, really. But I have been holding on to so many clothes that don't fit me anymore, probably won't ever fit me again, because I'm not planning to lose like that amount of weight ever. And I have clothes that I've just had for, some clothes even like 15 years. Like, I've clothes that I just probably will never wear again, but I just really liked them. So I had a proper wardrobe clear out last week, and it felt really good because it gave me a chance to remember what's actually in my wardrobe, and also is so much neater now, because it was really overstuffed before, and now it's just like nice and neat and full of things that I'll actually wear. Also, I love organising my clothes. So before, they were in colour order, and that wasn't actually, it looked so pleasing and I love having it that way, but it wasn't that helpful, because then when I was looking for a dressy dress in a specific colour, I'd have to look through like all of the casual stuff too. So what I've done now, just a bit of an organisational tip for anybody who likes organising like I do, or just if you find that your wardrobe isn't very functional for you. So I've got a wardrobe that's got 2 rails, a top rail and a bottom rail, and in that wardrobe I've just got things like dresses, jumpsuits, shirts, blouses, and some skirts. So what I've done now is I've made the top rail the casual clothes rail, and then I've made the bottom rail the formal clothes rail. Actually, before I did have it colour coded, but I had it summer winter, so I had like summer stuff above, winter stuff below, which kind of works, especially when you live in the UK. It's very much like winter is obviously the majority season, because even in spring and autumn it's fucking freezing. I had it in summer winter before, but it wasn't that practical. So now I've got casual on the top rail, formal on the bottom rail, but then also in categories of types. So then I've got all the shirts together, all the dresses together, all the jumpsuits together, but then colour order then within those subcategories. So a little bit complicated there, but you don't have to do it like that, but that's just what worked for me. So this way, if I'm like, right, I need a formal dress that's black, I can just go to the formal black dress section and I've got all the formal black dresses together, instead of just going to like the black section and I've got all the black dresses. I don't have to look through casual and formal. I've got just the specific subcategory. So that has been working really well for me. I should have probably saved this for an organisational episode, but just thought it's a bit of a tip that might help you if your wardrobe feels really unorganised. It's just like so much easier for my brain to just find something now and narrow it down. So that's something that made me feel good, having the clear out. And then obviously you can then donate that stuff to charity, you can sell it and make some extra cash, you can have your friends around to like see if they want anything, which I've been doing. I'm doing having my friends look at it and then give whatever's left to charity, as I've been saving stuff to sell, but that just, the time and effort that's going to take isn't really worth it for me, I don't think. And I want to just either give it to charity or donate it to somewhere where people can just have it for free. Something else that's been making me feel good is being kind of mindful of the colours I'm wearing. So I know a lot of people wear just black or grey and that's their kind of go-to, but honestly, wearing colours actually boosts your mood. Like, I think it's facts, like, don't quote me, I think it is actually facts, but it really does lift your mood and make you feel different ways, like depending on what colours you're wearing. There's probably a generic colour wheel thing you can Google and find for which colours make you feel certain ways, but even just if you go in your own wardrobe and try on different colours and see how they make you feel. For example, I know that wearing like a yellow or mustard yellow makes me feel so like, I literally feel like a walking bloody sunshine. And I've got, if you watch my stories, you've seen I've got like one of my new Keep It Bright Powerful hoodies, and it's like this gorgeous mustard yellow, and I've made it like my Monday hoodie, so I wear it every Monday to like boost my mood. And I just love seeing the colour on me. I love how I feel when I wear it. And for me, pink is one of the colours I like love wearing. It makes me feel really like just calm and chill. So I wear pink quite a lot, like a dusky pink, like the Keep It Bright dusky pink. So I wear that quite a lot. And then, for example, if I've got like a talk somewhere or I want to feel like powerful and empowered, then red always makes me feel that way, makes me feel bold. Picking out colours to wear to boost your mood is also something you can do, especially with my clothing range. I love offering a variety of colours in the hoodies and t-shirts and clothes that I make, because I know that they're feel good colours. Not everybody wants to just wear black or white. Some people really love to express themselves through colour and through standing out or just wearing something a bit cheerful. So if you don't have any colourful stuff in your wardrobe, over on my website you'll find plenty of colourful hoodies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, all sorts, and most importantly, they're comfy. Like, I love comfortable clothes. As much as I love to dress up, I love comfortable clothes, which leads me on to another point of something that's a feel good thing, which is doing a little photo shoot. So I've always been doing photo shoots and stuff because of Keep It Bright. The easiest, fastest way for me to get pictures of clothes is for me to wear them. Since I'm here, I'm available, I can quickly get some pics. I'm somebody who really, really loves to either dress all the way up, like I want to be the showstopper, or I'm literally wearing like the comfiest comfy clothes. So I'm either in trackies in a sweatshirt, or I'm in like the fucking red dress with all eyes on me. Do you know what I mean? So there is no in between. I don't really like doing in between casual very much. But during the past couple of years, because there wasn't really anywhere to go or you couldn't really do anything, I did find I was just wearing my comfy clothes all the time, which obviously feels so good. Like, I love wearing really soft, comfortable clothes, which is why I ensure all Keep It Bright stuff is like really high quality, soft, comfortable, because I know that I want to wear that stuff every day. Like right now I'm wearing one of my sweatshirts, one of my t-shirts, because they're just so comfortable. And especially with my t-shirts, the organic cotton is just so soft and comfortable. Anyway, so I really value wearing those kind of clothes, but then sometimes you just need to like give that other part of your personality time to shine. And in the past like year, now that we've been able to do more things, gosh, getting to dress up and stuff has just made me feel so good again. Like, getting to just choose nice fun outfits, colourful outfits, bold outfits. Something you can do if you haven't got anywhere to go or you can't go anywhere at the moment is just like get dressed up for yourself and do a little photo shoot or make a little video at home just for you. You don't have to even post it anywhere, just to like feel yourself and have that moment, because you can just fully like do your makeup, do your hair, get a fun outfit on, put some heels on, or whatever makes you feel good. And the best thing is, with if you're not actually leaving the house, it doesn't have to be practical. Like, it doesn't actually have to be a functional practical outfit. You can just dress up and then set up a self timer on your camera or your phone and just like give yourself a moment to feel yourself and just shine. Obviously bonus points for posting it, because it gives you even more chance to shine and for people to be like, oh my god, you look amazing. But yeah, if you've not had a moment to shine for a bit, create one, even if it's just from the comfort of your own home. Another thing that's been making me feel good recently is singing. So I'm not like a good singer or anything by any means, but I found when I'm like alone in the house, I just start singing, because often I've got music on or whatever, but if I don't and I just start singing, gosh, it's just such a good way to like exert some energy. I feel like it really like does me a good one. Like, it really makes me feel good to just have a big sing, just to sing a couple songs that I like to sing. I feel like it's not something we all do. I know people sing in the shower. Often you can forget that you haven't done something like that in a while, and when you actually like belt one out, it feels really like nice. I'm not sure if that's going to be the same for everyone, but for me it's something that makes me feel good. Something that makes all of my evenings better is taking some time to write down my thoughts. I have been doing that like properly every single day for the past year and nearly a quarter now in my Keep It Bright diary. I've always been someone who likes to write my thoughts down, but I've made the practice of doing it at the end of every night. I fully write down like what I did that day, thoughts and feels, and having that little moment of just letting go of everything and putting it on the paper before I go to sleep makes me feel so much lighter, makes me feel good. Another thing I've been doing in a separate Keep It Bright diary, because I've got 2 on the go, is that I've been writing down what I actually managed to do every day, and that's been making me feel really good about the progress I'm making, because it's easy to just cross stuff off your to-do list and then feel like, oh, what did I actually do? Because you can't see it anymore. Whereas if you write down what you actually did, then you can see the progress you're making and you can like feel productive and feel good about yourself at the end of every day. Taking that time to celebrate your little wins is always a good thing to do. Something else that's been really boosting my mood these past couple of months is that I've been going to drag brunches. So I've always like loved and appreciated drag for the past however many years. I think living in a city like Manchester, it's hard not to when there's just so many great things going on, and even obviously watching things like Drag Race, all of that. So love drag as an art form, love it in general, but when I used to go to drag things in the past, it was kind of evening events, and I'm definitely not an evening girl anymore. I am an early to bed, early to rise kind of person nowadays. So I definitely don't really enjoy going out in the evening. It just knackers me. So I don't really like doing evening stuff anymore. And then saw that there was these drag brunches on, which are daytime on a Sunday, which suits me perfectly. Went to one with my friend in December and it was so fun. It was just amazing. It was kind of just like having a quick night out, but in the daytime when it suits you. The one we've been going to is called Tuck In Drag Brunch. You can search it on Instagram. So that's Manchester based. I think there's at least one show a month. Absolutely amazing. You get to just like have your lunch included and just watch this brilliant drag show. Then went to one last month which was by the same company, and it was a burlesque show. Oh my god, that felt so empowering. Literally my voice was like gone by the end of it. It was honestly the most empowering thing I've been to. Absolutely adore and admire people who do burlesque. Like it's just incredible. But actually going to a proper burlesque thing was so fun, so empowering. Like the buzz of that has stayed with me for weeks now. So definitely recommend doing something a bit different like that if you haven't done anything like that in a while. It just makes you feel so good. Again, it's something you can get dressed up for and just meet a friend for and just make a thing of. But those have been 2 of my favourite things I've done in the past few months. Just so good. Definitely recommend. Or even if you're not into burlesque or drag, there's probably going to be other events on. You could just search for events near you and go to something else that's a bit out there or something you haven't tried before. You could even go to a class or just something new. Just doing something new always gives you this like burst of life and fresh energy and opens your mind to like what's possible. And I think that's just something that feels amazing. Broadening your horizons, expanding your mind and what you're used to on a daily. Something else that's been making me feel really nice recently is that I learnt to finally do my hair how I want to do it. So I've got curly, like extremely wavy and then can be curly hair. It's like loose curls, but not in the glam way it might sound. So my hair basically is really thick, gets tangled so easy. If you brush it out, you look like Hagrid. I haven't ever really taken the proper time to like I said in my self-care episode, self-care is something that's been relatively new to me, physical self-care, in the past few years. So I'm only just getting on to learning about my hair and stuff. And my hair has just always been I like how my hair looks, but it's always tangled, takes hours to detangle, to wash. Like it's just an effort for me, like all of that stuff. So I hadn't really delved too deep into like the styling or hair care world until recently, where I've been looking more into it, and I found a way to create the kind of waves and curls that I wanted for my hair that I've never managed to do. And what I realised, I'm only mentioning this because in case anybody else is struggling with the same thing, what I realised is that there's so much I just don't know about hair care and hair in general. There's just so much I just don't know and I haven't taken time to know. Something that smells absolutely delicious is Garnier do this. It's like a banana hair mask. I think it's all pretty much natural. I'll link it below. It's only like £3.50 or something. It's it just smells delicious. Absolutely love it. And it makes your hair feel really, really good. So even after a few uses, my hair felt really, really nice. Smelled so good. That's been great. But also I've been using, so I use Mark Hill Pick and Mix hair curlers and things. So it's like a range of hair tools. I already had some, but I had the wrong ones for the style I was trying to achieve, basically. But the thing is, they're quite affordable, because I know things like GHDs and all of that can be really ultra expensive, or like Dyson stuff, all of that can be expensive. But the good thing with the Mark Hill range is that it's pick and mix. So you buy the one, like you buy the handle, and then you can just buy interchangeable ones for the handle, and they're only like 15 quid, 20 quid each, so it's pretty like affordable compared to the higher end brands. But I realised I had the wrong one for the style I was trying to achieve, so I got like the right one, and that has been like a game changer for me. The one I got is, I think it's called an easy tongue. So my hair, because it's so thick, it used to take me so long to like straighten then curl or whatever. This makes it like a 10-minute job. So I've been having like great hair days that I want to have so much more recently, and that's made me feel really good about myself. And it was just like such a quick, easy fix. I couldn't believe the difference of just having the right tool. So whatever it is you want with your hair, and you might see other people's hair and think, oh, how do they do that? I think it's probably just that you've not found the right tool or products for your hair yet. So it's something you can look into and create the kind of hair you actually want, because it does really boost your mood having hair that looks like what you want it to look like, and that's less of a hassle for you. I'm not an expert, so I'm not going to go into that more, but those two things have made a big difference for me, so I thought I'd shout them out. To be honest, I could talk about things that make me feel good all day long, so maybe I'll do another feel good recommendations another time. I'm just going to try wrap this up a little bit because it is getting a little bit long now, but two other things that have been making me feel good are the new Keep It Bright affirmation card deck. So I created this because I love things, I love like affirmation of the day type things, and obviously that's the kind of thing I post on Instagram all the time. So I wanted to create my own deck of cards which you could just have in your bag or have on your desk or on your bedside table, that when you need that pick me up and you need that bit of a boost or just a reminder that everything's going to be all right, you've got that little deck of cards there. And I'm so excited to have created my own one. I'm really happy with how it come out, and I hope that whoever's got one is enjoying using it too. They're only $11.99, and it's just a little deck of cards, so you can just keep it on you, and you don't have to use it as like drawing just one affirmation of the day. You can literally, if you're having a bit of like an emergency breakdown moment or need some reassurance, you can just flick through the entire deck and just be greeted with some reassuring reminders that things are going to be all right and things are going to work out. The power of words is obviously why I created Keep It Bright. It's why I do what I do, because I know how powerful affirmations and words can be. So that's the reason I wanted to create that deck, because I know how seeing one sentence can just change my mood, and I thought that was a great way of just having a deck of cards to hand. A small thing that you can keep with you whenever you need to just pick one out and just hold on to it. On a similar vein, if you've not got the Mystic Mondays app, that's a bit different. It's a tarot deck. I've got the actual deck as well, but the app's really good. It's completely free. You can just like pick your card of a day. You can only pick one a day, but that's a bit more if you're into like tarot and stuff. But even if you're not into it, it's fun because you get one every day of those. It's just, again, a nice affirmation to read, and if you obviously believe in that you're picking intuitively, then obviously it's got even more meaning. But I think I will wrap up with those recommendations. Let me know what you think of this style of podcast too, of me doing more recommendations of things I've been enjoying recently or my current favourites. Maybe I can do these a couple times a year with my current favourite things. So let me know what you think, or if you prefer just my one topic episodes. Either way, I thought it would be nice to just share some things that made me feel good, since they could make you feel good too, or remind you of something else that makes you feel good. One last thing before I go, I just wanted to thank you all so much for all the reviews and ratings you've been leaving for the podcast. As I said when I started it, I'm not doing this podcast to be number one on the podcast charts or to monetize it or anything like that. Those aren't my interests. I'm literally doing it just to create good, long form, valuable content for my followers and customers and anybody who wants to listen. But it was really nice to read your reviews so far. As you can leave star rating easily on Spotify, you can't leave a review, but on iTunes and the podcast app you can leave reviews and star ratings there too. So I hadn't even said to anybody to leave me a review or anything, so it's been really nice to see those pop up. So feel free to leave one if you want, or to just rate it with a star rating, but you don't have to either, because I'm not really trying to boost this into some big thing. I'm just out here doing my thing, and what will happen will happen. But feel free to do that if you want. I'm sure it lets Spotify know that it's something that people are enjoying, and it might then recommend it to more people, which is always good. What I would say is, if you know anybody in your life who you think would like this podcast or would enjoy these kind of topics being discussed, then that would be great if you wanted to recommend it to them personally, or post about it on your stories so your friends know about it. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, and to everyone who takes the time to shout it out and share that they're listening to it. I love seeing that. Just personally, I love to hear that you guys are enjoying the podcast, because obviously with podcasts there's not really a way of measuring. Well, I know how many people are listening, I know that kind of thing, but it's nice to actually get feedback and know that you're enjoying these episodes and that you're enjoying listening to it. So yeah, love to hear your messages, love to see tagging me in stories, love all that stuff. So thank you so much. I hope that you pack lots of little things and big things that make you feel good into your days, into your weeks, and into your lives, because you deserve it. Because improving your mood improves your day, improves your life. Have a great day or evening whenever you're listening to this. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one. Sending loads of good energy your way.